I'm going to paraphrase. I'm going to paraphrase the next question. I'm going to paraphrase the next question because it's really long. Basically, one of my students had shot a movie and didn't back up, and so the computer crashed and they lost it, and he's feeling very frustrated, and he doesn't really know where to go next because this was kind of, he had poured a lot of time and money and editing time, post-production time into this movie, and he feels like this whole learning the craft of filmmaking is a lot of starts and stops. And so there's not really a question there, except just like I'm feeling challenged right now by the whole prospect of making movies. And I have a couple things to say about that. Maybe a few things to say about that. First, everybody feels that. There's always this like burst of creative energy and learning, and then sometimes it's followed, it's not always, but sometimes it's followed by either you hit a wall in that creativity or the learning, or you get bored with it and you want to expand into something else, and or something like a computer crashes, which I'm going to say my heart goes out to you, but I'm also going to say always back up stuff. And I'm sure you already know that, and I'm sure it's annoying that I'm saying that because it's kind of after the fact. But now you learn that lesson, and that's your lesson. So the whole idea of losing an entire movie, I've never had that happen, but I have had movies that I have loved that have felt like creative miscarriages because they've kind of gotten so jacked in the process due to things out of my control. Usually for me, it's somebody I trust that I shouldn't have trusted. And so, I can relate to that feeling. And yeah, it usually is a little bit of, dusting yourself off and just sitting with it a while. And my first initial way of looking at it was, well, can you write something about losing your footage? How does that express creatively? And maybe that's a movie in itself. Maybe that's the movie you're supposed to be making. But that seems a little bit on the nose, so I don't even want to go there because I don't want you to force something in that you're not really feeling enthusiastic about. If you don't want to write about that, don't write about it. It was just my initial thought on it. Because it seems like a real frustration, and so how can you explore that in a filmmaking kind of way and maybe build on that and make a script and just start with that scene of you discovering you had lost your footage and go from there and see where that story takes you. I would say that I'm gonna do an artist way thing, and there are two things to do when you're in the midst of creative frustration. One is to go and be nice to yourself and get away from the work for a little bit. And so for me, that's going on a road trip, even if it's just a day road trip, go explore a place that I've never been before. Even if it's only like 20 miles down the road. I just explored a lake near me. I wasn't in any kind of creative frustration. I just wanted to go explore because it kind of lights up my world when I do that, when I find a new place, even if it's really close. So that's one way to do it. I could have gotten a manicure though. That would have also done it for me because it's just different. I don't do that all the time. I do it when I want a little bit of a creative, shifting around in my normal day-to-day mental state. And so the other thing, and this is also an artist way thing, is to write every day. And if you're not feeling the movie stuff right now, just go into writing, and it could be like, I'm writing this sentence, I'm writing this sentence, I'm writing this sentence, and eventually your brain's going to get bored and it's like, I'm writing a different sentence, and now I'm writing about how I lost my footage, and now I'm writing about how where I wanted my movie to go that I lost, and now I'm writing about, well, I could, and it turns into something else. I've spent and I do 3 pages, and I've spent the entire 3 pages writing just, I want to have fun, 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 just because I didn't feel like writing anything else, because I was in that space recently, and I was like, I just want to have fun, 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 and I manifested fun, actually, after I did that, and I also It was just, you know, there's no pressure in morning pages. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to make sense. It could just be a bunch of gobbledygook, but you got to write those 3 pages. What that trains you to do, besides just kind of creating, you know, the stopped up creativity into a trickle, into a flow, into a waterfall, it also it reminds you that even if you don't feel like making the stuff, you make the stuff. Good, bad, whatever. You make it. And so if you're really wanting to do this whole filmmaking thing, you just say, I feel like poop right now and I really don't want to make this, but I'm doing it, and that's that. And that will often not feel great, but it'll push you enough to get into the space of making that next great thing. So I hope this helps. Back up your stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and please hit that like button if you like this video. Talk to you later.